What's up, YouTube? Chase Brister, the Horny Homemaker. I'm doing some cleaning right now. I will be showing you how I do my laundry as an introvert and as somebody who avoids people at all costs. Okay? Written there is my laundry. Well, it's a box for my inner truck, but I turned it into my hamper. Let's get some lighting somehow. Much better. I turned it into my hamper, and then what I do is whatever I can fit on hangers, I count my hangers and see how many shirts I can hang before I grab that many out of that hamper. I take them to the bathroom. I throw a little laundry detergent in the bathtub, a couple of Tide Pods, wash them by hand. And when I'm done, I hang them on the hangers in my bedroom in my closet to dry. And they're typically dry within a day or two, depending on what the fabric is. Sometimes it takes 4 days max. When I get a shower, I don't use a towel. I just simply put on a bathrobe and then go to my closet or cabinet and grab whatever I need to wear. I throw it on, and by that time the bathrobe has dried me. And right now I'm going to be cleaning these surfaces off and folding my clothes and talking to you about the subject of the day. While I'm doing that and doing my dishes. That to get everything cleared off because it's time to fold the clothes. What I'll do, have my spray cleaner, got my towel handy, because this is multi-purpose right here. This is not just where I fold clothes, it's where I prepare food. I don't want to get any sauce or anything on my clothes that I just washed by hand. And what I'm going to be discussing is a very touchy subject, one that I have never really opened up about, but I'm sure it's been burning in people's minds. He's gay, why doesn't he have a boyfriend? Well, there's a lot of things under that umbrella. To start with, the gay community is very shallow, narrow-minded, and judgmental. So, looking at somebody who has autism, bipolar, who's been out on the streets, ain't nobody gonna want all that. And yes, I've had my share of boyfriends, and every single one of them was in it for themselves and cared nothing about me. And whenever I would come close to getting a relationship with somebody who was worth anything, my mother, who's homophobic, would intervene and either have me sent to a mental hospital, jail, or she would get in touch with whoever and get them to be terrified of me or somehow or another after she talks to every one of them. They have no interest in me. So she's been putting bugs in their ears. And aside from all that, whenever I get hit up by a guy, I try online dating because I'm too shy to approach somebody in person, and I don't know whether I'm going to approach somebody thinking he's gay and he's straight, and I don't want to offend anybody like that. And I need to get my clothes now. Hold on. So, I would rather talk to somebody online when I know for a fact without a shadow of a doubt they're gay. And I just typically do it to relieve some sexual tension. Because I have wiped that from my mind a long time ago about having a boyfriend after last October with Alex. And I've had a history of the same kind of problem with every single one of them. I had one guy who I was going to date, turned out to be a phone addict when I was in North Carolina. Actually, I went to North Carolina just to be with him. And that was a mistake because he looked at me for every bit of, 5 minutes before I had to stare at the back of his phone for 3 days. And I left him. I ditched him. I didn't say goodbye, kiss my ass or anything. Because I knew it wouldn't end well if I so much as addressed the issue of him being on the phone. So, I had dated a priest before, and he always told me how much he loved me, blah blah blah. Went on his phone when he was passed out, and I saw over 100 messages between him and other guys. Over 100. So a priest that lies and cheats. So there's the reason why I'm not religious. And then I had my ex-husband. After that I had a guy who I thought was in a relationship with me because we hung out and he acted like he loved me and everything. But the only time we would eat anything was when it would be drive-through. And we never went to his place. He always got hotel rooms until I had my parents agree to let him come over to the house. Well, every single day he's at the house. So honestly, I think he was homeless and living in his car, and he just used me for sex because I was always back in my place, and I asked him if he wanted to go to karaoke, and he just said, let's stay in and watch the Golden Girls. I couldn't refuse that, and then he started putting his hands on me and starting shit that I also couldn't refuse because of my libido. But then I realized I've been missing out on a lot of the things of the world because I spent about 2 weeks cooped up in that house with him. And told him about it, and he tried to kill me with a wrench. So then I had a guy who was 22, His name was Alex. And when we first met, it was amazing. We ate together, we went out together, watched movies, cuddled, and slowly but surely all of that stuff stopped happening. And he just became glued to his phone. And when I addressed the issue, he got really upset and started bitching me out, cussing me out, verbally abusing me, yada yada. And that's the addict's response. So, I've had a history of phone addicts, cheaters, liars, control freaks, because I went to some guy's house who said he wanted to be in a relationship, blah blah blah, and I had already bought a ticket to go to the ball drop in Times Square long before I even started talking to him, and I told him about it when I got there, and he started bitching at me and threw me out. And I came from Daytona all the way to Tallahassee to be with him. And I was stuck out there. So, control freak. And I just got tired of it. I got tired of people. And when I go on those dating sites and hookup sites, I will sit there. I recently sat there for 6 hours. 6 hours getting hit on by man after man after man. Or sorry, excuse for one. Because every single one of them had like a 25-minute conversation with me. And it ended by them telling me that they were unavailable, they were on their way to work, they were busy. And I just got so sick and tired of it because that's all I could do. That's all I was able to do was answer my messages. For 6 hours I was consumed by it. Needless to say, I shattered my phone just to get some peace of mind. So I don't even go on those dating apps anymore. I'm not going to, that is, not much. And I'm going to focus all my energy that I used to focus on having sex into this channel and entertaining you guys. Am I saying I wouldn't go on a date? No. Do I want it? Do I want a relationship? Of course, everybody does, I'm sure, deep down inside. But am I going to go out of my way to have a relationship? Or am I going to pursue any single man? No. Because I'm tired of pursuing guys and having them tell me, oh, you're not my type. Oh, I have a boyfriend. Or just be disappointed when it happens because they're a phone addict, they're a cheater, they're a liar, a narcissistic control freak. So the next time, if there is one that I am in a relationship, it's going to be because they pursued me, they kept pursuing me, and I eventually caved. Because I'm not going to cave right away. I'm going to see how much you're going to pursue me, and then if you give up easily, then probably not going to be a good person. It's time for Chase to get chased to be in a relationship. And aside from that, I'm going to do my dishes and bake another batch of cookies and take a nap. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Make your home a happy one. Get rid of stress.